I don't know how to say this, but I say it anyway. One of the great things about being here at the Online Print Summit in Munich is that when I'm talking to yours from VIGC in a second, it's always like you and Bernd Zipper have been working together, and sometimes I think that he's even testing material on you guys, right?
Or vice versa, yeah.
Or
Vice versa, yeah. We were working since the beginning of the OPS together.
13 years.
Yeah. When I joined VIGC, that was on a web-to-print project in that time. And then the former director told me, maybe you have to go to Munich. There is a kind of event that you might like. So and then I flew to Munich, and since then, Bernd welcomed me very warm, and we have a great relationship. For example, for our Benelux Online Print event, he is since years my keynote speaker. He's also giving a masterclass the day before that event.
Really? Okay,
yeah,
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, it's new since this year that we combine the masterclass the day before the event, and then people can stay overnight, and maybe we can have a Belgian beer in the evening, maybe yeah. Or two.
Yeah, but not more.
No, not one. Definitely not one. No, so we have a great relationship, yeah.
I think there's a lot of events. You have your events, there's this one, we have ours, and the ID Scoop has just last week, actually people flew in directly from here. As an organizer, do you think it's easier or more difficult to get people to get to your events, or is it more challenging to get a really good program, or how do you see that?
Nothing is easy. Nothing is easy, Morten. But I think there is still a demand for good regional content because we have to inspire our local markets, and of course you can do a lot online. You at Inkish do also a lot online, but in person it's still different.
That's
you
so
make
fantastic to do that, and the networking.
Networking is so important.
I think that you can communicate online, but friendships are developed in person, right?
Yeah. And I was laughing with the beer, but of course the most intense relationships are not built when you are sitting to listen to a keynote speaker, but they are built at the networking after the event, of course.
Yeah. So what is the main theme for BOP this year?
The main theme is maybe you can guess it. It's AI. Oh. It's the big change, and on change is written AI. Yeah. So we have some speakers that will talk about AI and automation, of course. We have some really nice case studies also from Switzerland, from Belgium, from the Netherlands. We have a consultant from Switzerland who's going to talk about UCP and also AI bots and things like that. So I think, the program looks great. Also 2 interviews with also companies that are not hardcore printing. Mm-hmm. We have one manufacturer of carpets that is printing on-demand, personalized carpets. So very diverse and very inspiring, but AI is the main topic.
And are you afraid sometimes I'm asking because I'm actually thinking that myself sometimes, that I think there's a huge interest about AI, but I'm also a little bit afraid that it can be saturated and because it's like we never talk about the fax machine anymore, or we don't talk about the internet anymore because everything is just here, right? Yeah. And I think that most of us are using AI more or less and in our office applications and our businesses. So is that something that you think that we should also be, in a way, I wouldn't say concerned about, but at least consider that if we don't keep talking about it, even though it can saturate, then it can become something that has way too much influence on our lives?
Yeah, we have to be honest. AI is a buzzword. Everybody's talking about it, but
so it is also to attract the audience. Also.
Yeah.
Of course, it's relevant.
But because it's relevant. But the thing is, how do you use it? I think I always say ChatGPT, Midjourney, Claude. For me, in my opinion, it is kind of window dressing AI. You have quick results. It is very visual. Everybody can use it. But I think the strength of real AI is in printing is in production. What are you going to do with production data? how you are going to develop your operators with use of AI. And that has to be developed much more in the near future. We don't have we can't predict the future, but I think if we will look back at today within 2 years, it is maybe something different that we think what it will be right now. So I think in depth, looking what AI can mean for your production, for your quality of the company, that is a real challenge and not the window dressing AI.
I think that was a very good answer, and I think that also makes sense because when the Pope is for printing companies, it is of course like the generative AI for graphics and text can be one thing, but as you said, the moment where you really start to see the value in optimizing productions and learning, that's where the money on the table is shown, right? Of course it's important.
Yeah, of course, and I think we can go much further with that, and we have to do some research. We at VIGC we have a new project that we started 1st March, funded by the Belgian government, where we have 2 years funding to do in-depth research and only in the production. So production data, machine data, finishing, and we will help the industry to gain more insights in that kind of AI possibilities for the future. But it's very difficult to predict right now what it will be, but we will make a bridge and we will help to make it clear to the industry what it eventually could be in the future.
And the Pope event, April 22, and it's in Ghent.
In Ghent, in Belgium.
Fantastic.
Welcome.
Joost,
thank you.
all the
Bye-bye.
best. Yeah.